Hello subscribers, here is another review, and this time it's the Safari Ltd 2019 Prestosuchus. Now this figure right here was one of my most anticipated Safari figures for 2019. For one, we don't often get prehistoric crocodilian toys. The last time we got one was the Prestosuchus from 2016, also by Safari Ltd. And now we have a Prestosuchus. And as most of you guys know, Bioncosaurus was the first to get his hands on this figure alongside the Camarasaurus. And now I have my hands on this figure, and let's take a look at it. First, as always, let's start off with the detailing. And as you can see, this figure is full of detail, from the head all the way down to the tail, and even down to the belly as well. And I like how some areas there's, smaller sculpted scales, like on the neck and the torso, and then, there's larger sculpted scales, like on the thighs and on the tail. As you can see, the head sculpt right here, it's very ferocious. As you can see, the nicely sculpted teeth in there, and here it is from the other side. See, even from a distance, you can see all this detail right here. In my opinion, this detail may be one of the best I've seen on a Safari figure. As you can see, you also got the crocodilian osteoderms on the top, and of course you got the feet. 5 digits on the hands and 4 digits on the feet. And there's also some scales around the feet as well. Next up, let's take a look at the paint job. Now, in my opinion, the paint job is just as good as the detailing. As you can see, you got a creamy white underbelly, some spots all over the body, and of course, a brown color. A chocolatey brown color, to be specific. And I think it's very natural as well. It isn't too boring, but it isn't too, crazy either. On to the aesthetics of this figure. And I have to say, this overall figure looks very realistic. As you can see, the pose right here, it's not in an attacking pose, nor it's in a running pose. It's in a calm walking pose. It looks very natural as well. This natural pose, combined with the natural color scheme and the high amounts of detailing, really makes this figure look like it's an actual living animal. Now, let's start with the comparisons. As you can see, we have the Prestosuchus next to the other 4 prehistoric crocodilians Safari has made. We have the Dinosuchus that was made for the Carnegie line, then the Prestosuchus, the Caprasuchus, and the Prestosuchus. Now, the Prestosuchus is probably my favorite of these crocodilians right here, mostly because of the paint job and the detailing, like I've already said. But as you can see, all these prehistoric crocodilian figures are well detailed and have realistic color schemes, so in my opinion, they are all compatible with each other. Here is the Safari Prestosuchus next to the Safari Acrocanthosaurus. Now, the reason why I decided to compare these two figures, mostly because of their similarities in the color scheme. As you can see, they're creamy white with the chocolatey brown and black all over them. Here is the Safari Ltd 2019 Prestosuchus next to the Collectae Mini-Zafactinus. Well, there you have it, guys. This is my review of the Safari Ltd 2019 Prestosuchus. Overall, this is a very awesome figure right here. I do recommend you guys picking this up. And if I had to give this figure a rating, it would probably be a solid 10 out of 10. It could be my favorite for the Safari 2019 Prehistoric World figures. So if you guys like this video, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next review.